Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this stream. We're going to be playing some Football Manager in just a second. I will put a small disclaimer up now that I have got the Manchester United game on the TV as well, so you might be able to hear it in the background. I'm very much supporting PSG tonight, actually. I know most people won't like me to say that, but I'm not a huge Man United fan. Let's switch over, get the music playing, and we can start playing some Football Manager as well. We are back as Hatfield Town. Golfer with the resub, thank you very much. Yeah, we're back with Hatfield Town. I have started the season. This is September 2018 we're in currently. I've played 7 games at the start of the season, won 6 of them, drawn 1, lost none, sorry. 19 points. I'm really annoyed about that draw because I think I was like 2-1 up going into the last minute and they scored an equaliser. So I feel very much like Newcastle did yesterday. I was going to stream this actually whilst watching the Newcastle match, and I'm kind of glad I didn't because some of the language I used at full time was not stream friendly. Alright, so yes, we are playing as Hatfield Town. I'm going to try and introduce you to the squad. I've just finished a match, which is why I've got all this stuff. Let's praise this guy's performance because he did do fairly well. 2 assists in a 4-2 win is always something that deserves a pat on the back. Squad. This is our squad. It's a big squad. I am actually going to reduce the size of the squad during the course of this stream, whether it's releasing players or just moving them back into relevant squads. So, for example, my under 23s and under 18s are fairly empty at the moment because at the start I promoted absolutely everyone. So let's try and make this a bit smaller just so it all fits on one screen. I got quite lucky actually with some of the players that we had at the start here. Very happy with some of these. Alright, that'll do for now. So let's start with the goalkeepers. We've got 2 goalkeepers. We've got Chris Martin. He moonlights as a goalkeeper when he's not singing for Coldplay. And we got Bojan Tetek. I was really excited when I went on the scouting list and saw there was a player called Bojan. And then I realised it wasn't that Bojan. But good goalkeeper. You know, he played most of my pre-season games for me. He has since been replaced by Chris Martin, who's I think played the last 2 or 3 games now. And then we got a back 4 of Chris Richards, Michael Pearson, Joe McNulty, and Brett Johnson. Again, very good players. We've got a mix of ages as well, 20, 21, 33. So we've got some experience, we've also got some youth. We've got a backup defender as well in Niall Rowe. We've also got backup left back in Tommy Spillane, backup left and right back in Jeff Joseph. Jay Smedley, you can also play centre back and defence midfield, which is also very, very handy. Then midfield, we've got 2 centre midfielders. Currently we've got this guy, what's his first name? Malachi Penado. Is it, I'm going to say Part or Pert? Probably Part. I'm going to pronounce it like I would Heart. So that's Penado Part. It's a bit of a mouthful. We've also got Kane Smith playing alongside him. We have other players as well, Sam Barker, Arthur Warren. I tend to switch them out because my midfield gets quite heavily worked during matches, so it's wise to switch out your midfield, particularly at this level, because if a player gets injured, you don't really have the money for physios and doctors and all that kind of thing. We've also got Josh Pascal as well. Left wing we've got Tom Byrne. Right wing we've got Spencer Moore. We also have some good players here like John Cartwright, good young winger. George Kello, who was playing right wing until I brought in Moore. My cat just fell off the table. And then up front we got the legends, the actual Hatfield legends. I really must meet these guys for real one day. Alex Dinsmore and Robbie Parsons. We've also got backup players. Byrne can also play up front. Kello can play up front. Malcolm can play up front. So we got a good, versatile squad, which at this level is incredibly important to have a versatile squad. But having these 2 in the team is fundamentally important. I cannot recommend it enough. In terms of the under 23s and the under 18s, we do have quite a big squad. I've signed lots of players and moved them around between squads. I thought I saw Malcolm there then. Maybe I should move him back up if he's sitting on the bench. Let me do that. Oh, he is there. Alright, so he must have just been made available. And then under 18s, also got some players with some good potential, actually. Good potential. Neil Rose, I'm very tempted to promote to the under 23s. We'll leave him where he is for now, because he might develop better in the under 18s. In terms of the fixtures, you know, pre-season, usual thing, we got absolutely battered by Peterborough and Lincoln. We had a couple of draws, a couple of defeats as well. We conceded a lot of goals at the start. It was only at the end here where I really put the squad together. And then you can see our league results. So it's the second match of the season. We were 2-1 up going into the 88th minute, and they scored to make it 2-2. That was quite frustrating. But since then we haven't lost. We've won every single game. So I'm really, really happy with that. We've had some really good matches as well. Nice 3-0 win here, nice 4-2 win here. And then of course, in terms of the club, you can already see the club colours, the blue and the red. We've got our kits that were made for us last year by Harry. I am tempted to swap out the home kit, because if I take off the licensed kit, that was the closest I could get. I do have the in-game editor, as you can see here, and I did have a look with regards to home shirts. I did also consider maybe just having something like this, which I might do actually, because that represents the kit better than any of the stripes do. The other problem I had was the back here. You can see I've got it set to back of shirt style plain. The shirts with the stripes, it changed that. So even though I have it set to plain, it didn't actually have it as plain. So that was quite annoying. If I do that, yeah, that's not what I want. That'll do. So I have changed the number, because originally it was a red number with white background, whereas now it's white number with white background. We'll see how that looks. But if I allow licensed kits again, there we go. Alright, let's move forward. So I just played Bedford at home in the league. We've now got Hatfield away in the FA Vars. Yeah, second qualifying round. Something else I should point out before we get properly going, the outside game editor. So this is the in-game editor that I just showed you there with the kit editing. The other editor, the one that comes free with the game, I did go in there before I started this career. I only changed the kits. I added a hashtag and a 6-letter name for Hatfield, and I also changed their stadium, because they used to play at Gosling Sports Park. They do not anymore. They actually play at a place called Cotlandswick, which is just outside London Coney. It's actually where London Coney FC play. So I changed the stadium, but I did keep the training ground as Gosling. So I'm not really sure why they moved from Gosling, whether it was a financial thing or whether they just decided a change was necessary. But you know, it's probably just as far to drive to London Coney as it is to drive to Welwyn Gardens. So. Alright, the game's going to go a lot slower now, because I'm obviously streaming at the same time. I have no idea if the stream is buffering or not. Hopefully someone in the chat can tell me that. It was running smooth at the start, but the intro always runs smooth because it's a fairly basic video. I can check on OBS actually if I dropped any frames. It says I haven't. Oh, I just broke the consecutive wins record. That's good. We're at that stage in the game where all the records are very easy to break, so I'm not going to read too much into that at this moment in time. Right, Hatfield United away, which again at this level, a home match and an away match, there's like next to no difference in terms of the fan count, so not worried too much about that. It's good to be back. It's good to be back as Hatfield. Dan's done very well with the database. It's kept us updated the whole way through. It's been a little frustrating at times. I always have to remind myself that we're only in February now, and the game came out in November, so it's not actually taken that long to create this database. And you think about how much is involved. You have to create all the teams, the stadiums. If there's any key members of staff that you do want to transfer over, you have to do that. You also have to create all the leagues, the cups, the whole promotion system apparently has changed a little bit this year, which is very complicated. So huge credit to anyone who has the patience and the ability to go through and do all that. So like I said, it got a little frustrating at times because I just wanted to get in the game and start playing as Hatfield, but we're here now and that's what matters. I do like that away kit. I really like that away kit. Newcastle Jets in Australia, they've just released their new kits, and their away kit is exactly the same as this one. It's already been compared to Crystal Palace's. Right. I kind of fancy changing it up for this game, but I don't want to do too much. I'm going to put Kello back in for more, because he is a better fit, even though his ability isn't as good. He's a better fit for the position. I'm also tempted to bring Warren in for Phenom part, because he's looking a bit jaded, although his match sharpness isn't great. We'll try this. I was tempted to give Surratt his debut, but I think that can wait. Let's try this. See how we go. First match on stream of the new Hatfield Town save. You watch now as all my players get camera shy. Dinsmore has been banging the goals in the last few games, so I'm hoping he can repeat the form. Here we go. I was about to say I've got no game volume. I do. There's just no fans, so there's no crowd noise. I definitely turned the volume up. I had some problems getting OBS to work as well. I had to update my graphics drivers and change some settings and things like that, which might actually make streaming Siege possible again on here, and Apex Legends, because I have been making some videos for that, which will be uploaded in the not too distant future. The only thing stopping me from uploading Apex Legends actually is I don't have a thumbnail for it at the moment. Alright, Johnson on the ball. Finds Warren. He goes long over the top. Good ball to Dinsmore. Shooting opportunity, good save Fitzgerald. For those of you that are wondering, Hashtag United are on this game. I did search for them last night. They don't have their squad, obviously. I'm wondering... I don't think it's possible now without restarting the game, which is unfortunate, but for next year I'll see if I can merge the databases, because they've got the Hashtag United Challenge, which is like a free-to-play version of Football Manager 2019, where you play as Hashtag United. I'm wondering if I could use stats from that and actually make the Hashtag United team. I'm not that interested in doing it if I have to make everything myself though, because as much as I am a Hashtag fan, I don't plan on playing as them. So there'll just be another team at the same level as me. And once I'm in the game, I won't really have much interest in their story. Although it is interesting, the real Hashtag story, when they first applied to join the... Oh, 1-0 Hatfield. That's a good free kick, actually. When Hashtag first applied to join the Football Pyramid, they were actually put in the same league as Hatfield. And then there were a couple of factors. The fact that a few of the teams in that division, so this is the Spartans South Midlands Division 1, a few of the teams in that division were sort of up in arms about it. There's been it's kind of died down a bit now, but at the start there were a few teams that were a bit sceptical about Hashtag joining. But I think they've proved most of the doubters wrong by the fact they are top of the league at the moment. But yeah, they were put in the same league as Hatfield, so I was looking forward to actually going to watch Hatfield play and seeing them play Hashtag. But then, because some teams protested and also Hashtag wanted to play in an Essex league, because that's where most of their players are based, they switched to the league that they're in now. Can you imagine doing that in other leagues though? You just decide you don't want to play in that league and you switch to a different one. It's amazing how fluid the football system is as you go down the leagues. Anyway, back to the match in hand. We are losing. I do have my match plans in play. We are 2-0 down now. That's, again, to be fair, a good goal. I think Hatfield, they're either in the same league as us or they're in the league above. I can't remember. But yeah, I do have my match plans in effect, so we might see some tactical changes in a second as the match plan kicks in. it's that argument really of, are you playing the game if you're using match plans? Personally, I say yes, because they are my match plans. I made them myself. I didn't download them off Steam or anything like that. So I've built tactics to react to certain scenarios during matches. As Parsons breaks through, good first save. I think that second one hit the post after the keeper saved it. That was unlucky. I think my strikers need to learn to pass the ball a bit more as well. Oh, there's a substitution. Smedley on for Pearson. But yeah, I designed the match plans myself, so I see it as I am still playing the game. It just means during bits like this I can talk to you guys whilst the game's playing out. Good tackle, Smith. Good pass, Smith. Good touch, Parsons. Good shot, Parsons. Good goal, Parsons. 2-1, we are back in this. Very happy with that. Look at this. Smith winning it on the halfway line. Great lofted ball forward to Parsons. Good first touch, and then just bent it into the top corner. Great finish. Back in the game. Just the offside check, yeah. Oh, he's onside. 3 players playing him onside. A lot of my goals have come from outside the box this season. I know there's a bit of complaining going on, which I do kind of agree with, that there's a lot more long shots being scored in this year's game, even by players who don't have a good long shot stat. I did have a midfielder in my test save that I did like a journeyman save. I started at Stevenage, then went to Bromley, Plymouth, and now I'm at Huddersfield in the Premier League. But when I was at Bromley, and I took him to Plymouth with me as well, I had a midfielder who he only scored 30-yard pile drivers. Oh, Dinsmore just scored. 10th goal of the season already. That's our 9th game of the season and he scored 10 goals. That ain't bad. That is not bad. Let's see, Byrne with the corner. Dinsmore with the header. Oh, beautiful. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, long shots. I had a player who only scored 30-yard pile drivers, and he'd always get the ball, turn, beat his man, and then just bend it into the far post from like 30-40 yards. I think it's a little excessive, as McNulty puts us ahead. Wow, this game has turned somewhat, hasn't it? In the space of 8 minutes, we've gone from 2-0 down to 3-1 up. I love this team. I love my Hatfield team. Very good players. Another good cross in from Byrne. McNulty in the top corner. Apparently I said 3-1. I meant to say 3-2. Not that it matters. The fact is I'm winning. Alright, that's probably going to be it for the match now. I can see the second half being quite boring. Got some good match stats. 7.3 for Burns, 7.2 for Dinsmore, 8.1 for Parsons, 7.5 for McNulty. I'm not really sure. Maybe I should swap my fullbacks for the next game, because it's a common substitution actually, Smedley for Pearson. So that tells me that I should probably do that more often. Like just start Smedley instead. We'll have to see. It did just say I'm putting less emphasis on defence, which is a bit worrying. Surely it should be the other way around. Oh well. Yeah, I should talk about plans for this series as well. There's no, as you've already noticed, there's no players from last year. So there's no McGregor, there's no Connor, there's no Wilson brothers, nothing like that. I think it was a bit OP playing with them, even if I did scale them down slightly to suit the league. I think it made it very difficult, because they were obviously players that were too good for the league, and like every week almost I was losing one of them to a club higher up in the divisions. So to save me some time, and to also save me some anguish, I just decided to go back to using new gens, regens, players who are close to the end of their career. I did bring Lee Hendry in on trial during pre-season. He didn't do enough to impress me, to be honest, but he's 41, so gives you an idea. There's actually a very good midfielder who's currently available as a free agent who's 46 years old. So I was tempted just for the novelty factor of having a 46-year-old playing. I know there's the striker in Japan who's 51 now and just signed a year's extension to his contract. So it is a thing. Can play semi-professional football at that age. See, we're still attacking. What's the stats? 10 shots, 7 on target. They've had 7 and 4. Only 1 foul. That is something I'm quite happy with, actually. We have had a couple of red cards this season. One was for a last man challenge and one was for 2 yellows. But besides that, we're not committing that many fouls. So maybe they have fixed that a little bit. My tactics are designed for Premier League football as well, mind. So in terms of tackling, I do tend to tell my players to stay on their feet as much as possible. Good header, Smith. Good recovery. Pick that one up as well. Finds Kello out on the right, crosses it in. Warren's header, great finish. We have a very good team here. Very, very good team. I did try and get Clifton in as well, Danny Clifton. He's just signed for... I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it's Rushden Diamonds he plays for now. I don't know whether that's in real life or whether I just missed out on him in the game. But I did try and offer him a contract and he said he wasn't interested because he'd only just joined his new club. So I'm going to give it another month or 2 and then I might try and bring him in again. But yeah, going back to talking about the series. There's no players from last year, as I just said. Oh, 4-3. The plan is, I always talk about Moneyball. I want to step away from the term Moneyball because, as someone said on the Football Manager Reddit the other day, Moneyball only really works for baseball because you're trying to sign players with unusual stats to play baseball. So you know they had an underarm pitcher and things like that in the film and in real life. So you can't really do that in Football Manager. You can't have someone who only does, Penenka penalties or Rabona free kicks or anything like that. So I'm going to not use that term, but I am going to use financial play. We are currently in debt. It will always happen at this level. The idea is to try and get Hatfield promoted to as close to the Football League as quick as possible. And once we get there, we're going to set some rules in terms of player value, player transfers, things like that. So we're not going to sell a player unless we can replace him for 80% of the value of which we sold him for. So in other words, we'll always make a 20% minimum profit. We'll also have rules regarding wages, so we won't pay players over a certain amount depending on what league we're in. The game's gone really laggy suddenly. I think my laptop is struggling a little bit now. It's a gaming PC, but it's not really designed for gaming, and oh, it's hot. That's why. Let me see if I can vent it a little bit. Get some of that hot air out. Yeah, we're not going to pay players over a certain amount depending on what league we're in. So, League 2, it might be we won't pay a player over £2,500 a week. League 1, it might be £5,000 a week. Championship might be £25,000 a week. Whatever it might be. Actually, £25,000 a week is a lot for the Championship. So we'll have rules like that. I'll set up a rule sheets at some point in the future. Anything else? Squad sizes, I suppose. We won't have more than 3 players per position, let's say. So 3 goalkeepers. It'll have to be something like 4 or 5 centre-backs because injuries always happen. But, 2 right-backs, 2 left-backs. Just enough so that we've got injury cover. And if we have a player who can play left-back as well as he can play right-back, then that will count towards both quotas. So we can end up having just 3 full-backs. Right, hopefully we see this game out. We've got 20 minutes to go, 4-3 up. We've made all 3 subs now. Pascal came on for Smith. We got a few tired players, one in our defence, which is a little worrying. That's McNulty. We are quite vulnerable to balls over the top like that. But that's a good save from Martin. Yeah, hopefully we can see this out. There's the switch to the more defensive formation. So we've got the 2 DMs now in front of the back 4, and then the rest of the players form a midfield, attacking midfield 4. Dinsmore on the left. They put Parsons on the right? No, they put Parsons at defence midfield. I'm not really sure how the match plan decides where players play, but I always notice that 2 players get switched. So like my left back, my left back will end up playing up front, and my striker will end up playing at left back. And I can't swap them back without like effectively switching off the match plan. So I do find that a bit of a bug in the game. Come on, Dinsmore. Just hold it up in the corner. Or get tackled. Oh, come on. How did you not win that? Alright, Warren. He's gone long now. Kello's done well to actually bring that under. And he's crossed it in. Dinsmore's header. Oh, just over the bar. Alright, 85th minute. The formation will change again. So that should help see the game out. Dinsmore with the ball. Oh, is that a second yellow for that guy? I think it might be. Yep, he's off. Alright, so we're playing against 10 men now. That should help things. What position was he playing? I don't think he was defence. I think he was a midfielder. Oh, they subbed their goalkeeper in the first half. Didn't notice that. Mind you, we subbed our right back after 17 minutes, so... PSG nearly scored then. Was that Mbappe? Yes, it was. Oh, that was a good effort from the Hatfield player there, just over the bar. Come on, 85th minute. Formation change. There it is. So now we've got 5 at the back. Parsons playing centre back for some reason. Then we've got 2 DMs, 2 wide midfielders, and then an attacking midfielder. Hopefully we can see this one out. What's my highlights set to? Aha, I'm going to switch it to key for the stream. So we're only going to see the key incidents. That means hopefully we can get through more matches in this stream. I'm going to stream for a couple of hours, as I always do. Dinsmore goes for goal, just wide of the left-hand post. That's full time. So by the skin of our teeth, really, in the end. 2-0 down very early on, not good. But to recover the way we did was good. To go from 2-0 down to 4-2 up, quite happy with that. Players regrouped, a couple of substitutions that we made helped. I will swap the fullbacks now. Come on, game. My app is very hot. I had this the other day when I was playing Apex, and the hotter it got, the more stuttery the game. So I'm just going to hold it up in the air for a second, just to let it air. I'll have to point and buy an air conditioning unit at it in the future. I might just stream from my desktop next week, because I have upgraded the RAM on that now. There's a lot of games it has to simulate as well, which doesn't help the game speed. When I'm not streaming, it does run a lot faster. Come on, game. Oh, this is slow. Oh, Canterbury lost 3-1 to Windsor. Lopez Tavares, which is the same league as Hashtag. (6-1) Takeley, and the same players scored all 6 of their goals. That's what I love about football, you just get little stories like that. Bridge House versus Stamford. It's a good, it's a shame Stamford weren't the home team. Yeah, it's Stamford Bridge for those that don't know. Okay, it's thinking about it now. Come on. Come on, game. Come on. Oh, it wants to. I can see it wants to. There it is. Alright, so we got £725 for winning. Let's go swap my fullbacks now. Spillane for Richards and Smedley for Pearson. There we go. Alright, what was the other thing I was going to check? I can't remember now. Maybe that was everything. Oh, finances. That's what I was going to check. Yeah, we're £14,000 in debt at the moment, and we're going to be 86,000 in debt unless we win some cup games. I'm also trying to get an under-18s manager. There's a lot of staff at this level that I really struggle to be able to bring in. If anyone has any recommendations for good members of staff that are willing to take £30 to £60 a week for their respective roles, I'm very much appreciative of that. If anyone can throw some names my way. In terms of staff at the moment, obviously I've got myself as manager. I have Jeff Stocking as director of football. His stats are awful. 5 and 4 in terms of player ability and potential. I have an assistant manager who's also not great. Although I think his stats have improved slightly since I brought him in. Got head of youth development, fitness coach, head physio, chief scout, chief data analyst, and an under 23s manager. So I still need an under 18s manager. I need a couple of scouts. I think 3 is the maximum I can have. A physio, maybe. I'd like a goalkeeping coach, but I need to, because I could only have 3 coaches. Or 3 coaching staff members, and the assistant manager I believe goes towards that number as well, which meant I can only have a fitness coach and a coach. In terms of goalkeeping coaches, particularly at this level, the goalkeeper tends to be the goalkeeping coach as well. In fact, a lot of the players tend to also be the coaches, which I haven't got at the moment. But maybe next season, if we get promoted, get a little bit more money, I'll be able to do that. Let me see if I can put my laptop back down without it blowing up. Alright, we've got AFC Stoneham in the next round of the Cup, or the Vase. And our next game is against Watson Park, away match in 6 days' time. See, Man United is still 0-0 at the moment. I can definitely hear the boos every time the referee doesn't give a foul. Issue with Hadland. I think he was one of the guys that I just moved into the under-23 squad. He's a big boy, he can live with it. That's what you get for being a 2-star centre-back. Oh, I need to change my staff responsibilities a bit as well. So before I brought in the director of football and the chief scout, I had it set up for me to do some roles that those two really should be doing. So let me change that as well. Let's see if it's changed it by itself or not. Scouting, yes it has. But I want him to handle the scouting meetings and then tell me afterwards what's good and what's not. Right, let's continue. Applying all those for training. Apologies if you could hear my brother swearing in the background there. I know I said I wanted PSG to win, but I'm not a die-hard fan that's going to shout and swear every time they miss a chance. Right, yeah, the laptop is definitely running a lot slower. I'm going to stop talking about that actually, because I think it's pretty obvious what's going on. Oh yeah, this is an awkward thing. I like the fact that the game now has things built in, like players that can come out as gay. I think that's a really nice feature. I think it will encourage discussion in the football community about sexuality and things like that. However, it's happened to me twice in the 2 years that they've had it, and it's always been a player who, in this case, he was my first choice keeper during the first bit of pre-season, and then Bojan came in and he was my first choice keeper for the rest of pre-season until Martin came in and then he was my first choice keeper. So now I feel like the game is sort of railroading me into this guilty feeling of this guy who, you know, he's a good goalkeeper. I'll put him back in the senior squad because I know I just demoted him. But he's not my first choice. He's not good enough to be my first choice keeper. Because of some circumstances, I feel like I should be playing him, or at least have him on the bench. I feel kind of guilty that he's not even in the squad at the moment. So if Martin gets injured, I think I might put Jarvis in instead of Bojan, because there's only half a star between them anyway. But I did also at one point promise him that I'd play him more regularly, and then I actually brought Martin in, and now Martin's first choice keeper, so he'll have to remain patient for now. He's only 17 as well, so he's a good young player. Like I said, I lucked out a little bit at the start of the game, because I had all my players greyed out, so I offered contracts to the whole squad to begin with, and then sort of trimmed the fat afterwards. And a lot of them, in all 3 squads, I had some that were already 5-star ability, which is very lucky. I know that as you bring more and more coaches in, the opinions of the players change, and the star ratings fluctuate up and down. So that is one of the things that happened. There's a fight breaking out at Old Trafford at the moment. Di Maria just got put in the advertising boards. Let's see how that pans out. It's like the Norwich Ipswich game at the weekend. I turned on just as the fight broke out at the end of the first half. I don't know. It's entertainment at the end of the day. It's not exactly sportsmanship, but it is quite funny sometimes when you see the pushing and shoving going on. I'm desperately trying to fill time whilst my laptop processes this. I might have to cut out some leagues at the end of the season. Hopefully if we get promoted, I've currently got all the leagues down to level 11 loaded. So if we get promoted, that means I can take out level 11 and just have level 10 and above. And then if we get promoted again, level 9 and above, and so on and so forth. I think Di Maria's broken his arm the way he's holding it. It wasn't particularly nice what Young just did to him. Alright, so come on game. Oh, now it's auto-saving as well. Man. It's always the one pitfall of streaming FM. Yeah, this series is probably going to be streamed every Tuesday or Wednesday. Actually, not Wednesday. Wednesday's GTA. I don't really want to put a day on it. If I had to, I'd say Tuesday evenings, but it really depends on what's going on, because I'm doing a lot of work outside of M4J now as well, which means I'm not always available to stream things on set days. I'm struggling to do video uploads at the moment even. So this will be uploaded to YouTube. I'm not sure what day of the week that will be. Probably weekend. I want it to be on a day where football's kind of relevant. So Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, that kind of thing. Maybe not Tuesdays and Wednesdays for that case. Although if I do pick a day to stream this on, I might upload the previous week's stream straight after. We'll see. That's the system I used to use. Come on, game. I was hoping to play more than 2 games on the stream tonight. I might see in a minute actually if I can sign Clifton. Another player that wants to complain, no thank you. Right, let's have a look. Danny Clifton. There he is. Rushton Diamonds, I was right. He's currently he's not even on a wage. Let's see. Oof! He doesn't think our stature in the game is big enough to match his ambitions. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Mr. Billy Big Shoes over there thinks he's too good for us. In that case, I'll bring someone else in. I'm just wary of the fact that we only really have 2 strikers, and we're currently playing a 2-striker tactic. You look good. Chris Bryan. Bring him in on trial first. We'll see how that goes. He's got good finishing, but if the rest of his stats aren't great, then it's not worth it. Alright, 1 day away from the next match against Watson Park. I hope it's pronounced Watson and not Woodson. Oh, I thought PSG had scored then. It's one of those optical illusions where the ball actually went the other way. Come on, PSG. There's a lot of tackles flying in. No response to the scout advert. Do you know what? I'm going to stop it. 3 months I've had that running. No one's applied. One thing that tells me is no one wants to be my scout at the moment. I have a scout, so that should be enough. Under 23s and under 18s. Alright, match day. Here we go. So, I switched the fullbacks. Everyone else I'm pretty happy with still. because they're playing well. Are we actually going to be in our home kit this time? Looks like we are. Let's give it a go. See how we get on. That kit looks better. The front still doesn't look quite how I want it to, but the back looks a lot nicer. I might see about getting a 3D kit made for Hatfield. Try and replace all three so I can get the sponsor's logo on the front as well, the XVI logo. Stay tuned for that, by the way, XVI. There's some big things happening in the next week or so. Alright, throw in. Spillane throws it towards Parsons, headed away. Spillane back to Parsons, crosses it in. Header, wow, header from Kello. 1-0 up. That was a good header, that. Good ball from Parsons as well. Amazing how he generates the power. He's running backwards, the ball's dropping from a height, and he manages to direct it into the top corner like that. We got some very good players in this squad. Even at this point, I'm thinking, how many leagues can we get promoted before some of these players won't be good enough anymore? And there's at least half the squad I'd say we can go 2 or 3 divisions up before it becomes an issue. That was offside there, McNulty. Burn with the set piece, Dinsmore with the header. I think he's on. I think the defender in the middle is playing him on. I feel a bit hard done by there, actually. Bring VAR in at all levels, that's what I say. Just have some bloke on the touchline with his camcorder. Alright, halfway through the first half. 1-0 up, looking comfortable. 3 shots, 2 on target. They've only had 1 shot. Possession-wise, we're just about edging it. We've committed more fouls this time. That's a good ball by Kello. Oh, what a goal that is. Kello through to Smith, and he's finished it off, and we're 2-0 up. Very well played there. Look at that. Into the channel. Little slide rule pass. Beautiful stuff. Two 2-0 up, 25 minutes. Can it be 3? Smedley with the throw. Dinsmore with the weird diving header, but he finds Kello. He's whipped it in, headed away by the defender, only as far as Byrne. He crosses it in. Dinsmore hits the post. Parsons, keeper's hands. We tried. Didn't quite pay off for us. Oh, we've made a sub as well. Pinado Parks come on for Warren. So it looks like those two might need to swap round for next match as well. It's one of the things that I'm not really happy with match plans, because I have a feeling if I do swap them, then next game it will bring off Pinado and bring on Warren. So you can't really win in those scenarios. Is that a free kick they just scored? It was a free kick they just scored. Oh, Martin. That's poor goalkeeping. That's really poor goalkeeping. Poor. The goalkeepers, by the way, the home kit is the XVI yellowy green colour with the blue trim, and then the away goalkeeper kit is the XVI blue with the yellowy green trim. I thought I'd bring the company colours into play, as well as the M4J colours, of course. Right, coming up to half time, 2-1. Bit disappointed that we didn't keep a clean sheet. It really wasn't that good a free kick that we conceded. Keeper should have done a hell of a lot better. That is half time. Let's go out and have a good second half. Try and score a couple more goals. We are starting to pull away a bit at the top now as well, so this is very important that we keep winning games and we keep increasing our goal difference. Just realised that should be league table. Approaching the hour. They've made 2 subs, we've still only made 1. Dinsmore's on a yellow. He's not actually played well, 6.7. So I can see him maybe being subbed off, bring Malcolm on. Smedley throws it to Smith, back to Smedley, back to Smith. Bernardo parts on the edge of the box, he goes for the pile driver, over the top. We've definitely dominated in terms of chances. 12 shots, 5 on target. Like I said, this is a tactic built for sort of Championship Premier League football. So to use it at this level, it is a risk, but when it works very, very well. One of the big problems I had was one of my midfielders is supposed to be a Mazzella, or Mazzea. Oh, there you go, 2-2. And the other midfielder is supposed to be like a deep line playmaker or a ball winning midfielder, but every midfielder that I've signed can only play as a central midfielder. So they've all got that role with either defender or attack, depending on, or support and attack, I think are the 2 options. So we are good going forward in midfield, but we're not that great defensively, as you can see there. Both set of midfielders were in front of the ball. Or, hang on, behind the ball. They weren't between the ball and our goal. That's what I meant to say. It's one of the reasons why we concede a lot of long shots. It's because we don't really have that midfield reinforcement. Alright, Malcolm is on. He came on for Byrne. And Johnson also went off and Pearson came on. So Smedley is now playing centre back. Spillane, good tackle there to win it off the Woodson player. McNulty needs to get rid of it. Can't toy around with it there, boys. Smedley clears it long. Dinsmore, good control actually. Nice touch there as well. Into Smith. There's loads of space down the left. He goes right instead to Kello. Oh, the lag's kicking in again. Hang on, that'll be the laptop getting hot. I think the vents on this weren't very well designed. Oh, Dinsmore scored. Was he onside? Yes, he was. We'll have to watch the replay back to see exactly what happened there. Let's have a look, shall we? Bernardo parked with the ball. Knocked it out to Malcolm on the left. Into the middle again. Good first time shot. Oh, that's a good finish. Good finish, Dinsmore. Considering he wasn't playing very well, to get a goal like that, it's a sign of a good player, that. Even in matches where they're not exactly having an impact, to come and score a goal like that. He might have another one here. Parsons goes for goal instead. Good save by the keeper. That was creeping in. Alright, Malcolm at the corner. Eventually. There it is. Into the middle. And we will never know what happened there. We're 4 points clear at the top at the moment. A goal difference of 4 better. It's good stuff. It's good stuff, which needs to keep the momentum building. There are teams with games in hand over us as well, so we have to factor that in. Alright, Coles for Watson. Finds Brady back to Coles. Deacon now. Tackled by Smedley. Oof. Rebound shot wide. Smedley's down. Smedley's injured. That's not good news. Can he finish the game? We've got 10 minutes to go. Why have we not switched to the defensive formation? When did we score? 73. That's probably why then, because it's the 10-minute rule. There we go. Now we switch defensive. Smedley back to right back. Pearson, McNulty, Parsons and Spillane making up the rest of the back. Smith and Panardo in midfield. Dinsmore on the right, Macklem on the left, and Kello as the attacking midfielder. 4 minutes added. We've played 3 of them. Just got to keep it clear now, boys. Just keep it clear. Good tackle. Move it long, maybe? No? Okay. McNulty back to Martin. He goes long. Come on, boys. Just sit deep. Don't let them have any space. There we go. Perfect. That should be full time then. There it is, full time. 3-2. Man of the match was Kello. Yeah, I'd agree with that. He scored, got an assist. Played very well. Played very well indeed. Now we've got to wait 6 hours while the game loads again. Ah, that's quite quick, that one actually. Alright, Spillane injured. 2 to 3 days with a bruised knee, that's fine. Smedley 1 to 2 days with a bruised ankle, that's also fine. Kello, goal and assist, played exceptionally well. Let's have a look at some of our team stats, shall we? Player stats. So top scorer, Dinsmore with 11. Highest average rating is Dinsmore with 7.73. Most assists, Kello and Byrne with 5. Best pass completion, Parsons. I'm surprised by that actually. Most player of the match awards, McNulty, Dinsmore, Byrne and Kello all with 2. And most yellow cards, Dinsmore and Byrne with 2 each. Red cards, I think there's 2 players with 1 red card each as well. So not too bad, not too bad. We've had a good start to the season. I was a little bit worried at the start of pre-season because we were getting beaten by teams at a similar level to us. But once the league started and I actually settled on my starting 11, we've done very, very well. Dinsmore and Parsons joined quite late in pre-season too, so that was a factor. Come on, game. We got Rayners Lane at home next game. So that should be a good one. The record for consecutive wins beaten again. Dinsmore has been exceptional. What was I going to check? Can't even remember. I'd still like to have a look, see what strikers there are. Callum Willock. Not the one I was thinking of, because he plays for Benfica, I think. Callum Willock. Well, that might be Joe Willock. No, Joe Willock plays for Man United. I think Callum Willock's the one who plays for Benfica. They're brothers anyway. There's 3 Willock brothers. We might even sign one later in the game, you never know. Dale Binns, formerly of Stevenage. It's funny that we don't really have much information on a lot of these players. There's a simple way of solving that problem. Right, up to Peter Dean, now being scouted. Tyrone, I know that name as well, Tyrone Berry. Who did he used to play for? Why do I know your name? Ah, because you played for Stevenage way back in 2007-8. 14 games, 2 goals. I didn't really like. I started watching Stevenage in 2005. 2007, we went to Wembley, and I do remember that. 7-8 though, I don't really remember that season very well. I think that was the one where Wesley was first back for his second spell. Might have been the one we got to. No, the playoffs was the next season. Because we won the league the season after we got dumped out of the playoffs. Anyway, no one's watching this for the history of Stevenage. Oh, excuse me, stifling sneezes now as well. Alright, what's in the inbox? Just training schedule changes, pressure. I'm supposedly under pressure because a young fullback who's not good enough for the first team wants to leave. So he's probably now going to be expecting to leave. I mean, he can go. If there's players that want to complain about not being picked, they can go. Now look, he's not really good enough. I might loan him out. What type of contract do you want? Training schedule. Again. That changes a lot. That's why I put my assistant on it actually, because I'm not that fond of the new training system. It's a little bit finicky for my liking. I get what they're trying to do with it, but I think there's too much customization. The thing I really didn't like about it when I was testing it out in my test save was the fact that you have to, like, there's no button that just says copy this for the remaining matches or whatever. You have to, each week you have to set up the schedule manually. So even if you, like, you can save it as a routine and then you go into that week and you change the routine to be the one that you want it to be. But the fact that you have to do that for every single week is annoying. They should have like a monthly button, or they should just have repeat, and you tick the box and every week is the same unless there's a midweek game, in which case it will automatically adapt itself. It's a minor complaint. It's something that is solvable just by having your assistant do it for you. Or even if I could like set up a schedule that I want my team to do, and then tell my assistant to apply that to every week. But like the tactics, so like my first team tactics, my under 23s and under 18 managers will play the same tactics as me, so the players are used to playing the same tactic. If there was something to do that for training as well, that would be awesome. Anyone from Sports Interactive, if you're listening, that would be incredible. Alright, I saw some transfer offers there for Joseph. Accept all loan offers. There we go. I think that's all those answered now. Wow. He's certainly a player in demand, let's put it that way. It's good to see actually. All the players who were in my under-23 squad were put on the development list, and a lot of offers came in for a lot of my players. So I see that as a good thing. If players in demand, it means that they've got potential. But how many of them have actually got loaned out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the under 23s. Under 18s? 1. Okay. It's harder in the under 18s because you can't loan youth players. Although in real life you get something called a work experience loan, which I think is a fancy way of saying under 17 or under 18 loan deal. Tends to be quite short term. They need to put that in the game as well. A work experience thing. Alright, it's nearly at the next game. Rainers Lane. And then we've got Park View on a Wednesday. Come on, laptop. Referee at the Man U game doesn't look to be particularly good. Keeps missing blatant fouls. But for the first time in as long as I can remember, I've actually seen a referee, former referee, come out and say that officials now should be fined for poor performances. It's an argument that I've had for a couple of years now, is if you give them a financial incentive to actually do well and not make mistakes, it'll cut out the mistakes. So if you fine them for doing... if it's a decision that costs a team a match, so awarding a 98th minute penalty that wasn't even a foul, that kind of thing, I think an official should be fined for that, because that could be the difference between a team staying up and a team getting relegated. So they suffer financial implications if they get relegated, whereas the referee just goes and referees the next match. So I think there needs to be a rule about that. I want to put more on the bench. I'm going to do that instead of Cartwright, I think. Swap those two out. Surratt is still going to have to wait. It's good that he's versatile though. Hopefully I can keep him happy. At some point, like maybe once we lose a match, I might switch to the 4-2-3-1 just to give Surratt his debut. But there's no pressure to do that right now. Alright, this will be when my laptop gets hot again. I can't even balance it on my knee because of the temperature of it. I literally have to just hold it up in the air. Oh, I didn't bring Pinado Park back on, so he's going to be brought on for Warren soon, no doubt. Byrne with the cross, Dinsmore with the header. It's a flick on more than anything. Smith with the shot, high and wide. Right, 10 minutes. No real chances of note. We've had 3 shots, 1 on target. They're yet to register, although I never really read too much into that, because especially 10 minutes into a game, sometimes it takes half an hour for a team to get warmed up and into it. highlights, are there? That's what happens when you put it on key instead of extended. You end up with nothing happening. Right, Burn with a free kick. He's gone for goal. He has. Pretty easy for the keeper. Certainly wasn't a challenge there. Rimmer goes long. That's Smedley's ball all day long. Smith to Kello. Kello, that's a good ball. Parsons with the shot. Parsons with the goal. Kello is so good at that cross-field ball from the right-hand side. I do have it set for him to cross from deep, so it's very good that not only is he following orders, but he's also very good at it. Like there, he's like 40 yards out from goal and he's managed to whip it straight onto Parsons' foot. Very, very good wing play. I've set him to cross from deep just so he doesn't get caught too high up the pitch. Particularly as, again, at this level, balls over the top is the most common cause of goals. So you want to make sure that your wingers are deep enough as well, that your wing backs or full backs are almost playing on your byline, which means players can't run in behind. Alright, Warren to Smith. Back to Warren. Back to Smith. Plays it out to Smedley, who has come a long way forward. He's on his weaker foot at the moment. Finds Smith. He goes for the pole driver, and that's gone wide over as well. We've had 10 shots already. We're in the 36th minute. Smith on the ball. Warren now to Smith. Kello. Into Warren. Good ball out wide to Richards. Is he going to cross it? He is. Kello at the back post. Oh, just wide. That was very close. That's a good pick out by their keeper there. Hammond on the ball. That was never going to trouble Martin. See, Richards has now come on for Spillane. That's what I mean, you can't really win. It will always make a sub. So now Pearson's come on for Smedley. I don't know. Oh, PSG just scored. Get in. Come on, Hatfield. Let's do the same. You're playing in PSG's colours. Smith pulls it back to Warren on the edge of the box. Oh, and he has smashed that in. Beautiful goal. Very nicely done there. Pearson to Smith. Good play to the edge of the box there. Great first touch from Warren. What a hit that is. Outside of the foot to get that nice little swerve. Oh, De Gea should have saved that. Went over his shoulder almost. It's because he couldn't use his feet that high off the ground, that's why. 2-0 half time at Hatfield. Alright, we had 13 shots in that first half, 5 on target. We need to work on our shots on target ratio, but we've had as many shots on target as they've had shots. I can't complain too much. Even when we're the away team, we do tend to have the lion's share of shots. Richards with the throw to Johnson. Back out to Richards. We need to start moving the ball forward. Warren. Richards. Johnson. Some of the, like, not every touch needs a sound effect. Like, he's literally just rolled the ball backwards slightly and it sounds as if he's kicked it 50 yards. might need to work on that for next year. Smith, great raking pass there to Kello. Good ball down the channel for Dinsmore to run onto. Good first touch. Oh, straight at the keeper. We end up with a throw-in. Getting up to the hour mark now. We haven't really increased our shots by much. We have made our third sub now. And it is Penado Park that's come on for Smith. Oh, I thought PSG had just scored again. I actually looked up to see the ball flash wide. Right, so we're going defensive now because we're nearly at the end. Parsons on the left, Dinsmore playing defence midfield. Still not sure how that works, but okay. Free kick, Byrne will take. Into the back post, McNulty heads down, Kello heads forward, Dinsmore finishes. I think he was offside though. Yes, he was. Oh, I think he's on again, you know. I think the defender next to McNulty was playing Dinsmore on. Certainly wasn't being flagged for McNulty, surely not. I know there's been a couple of bugs with the offsides on this game as well. But then they've also coded in that the officials make mistakes. So it's hard to tell whether it's a genuine bug in the game or whether it's just the game doing what it was programmed to do. That's the problem when you program errors into your game, is it creates that conundrum. Alright, oh, Richards has had it stolen off in there. Binns plays it to Gillespie. Goes for goal! Wide. I think Martin had it covered anyway. But this game's not over yet. We've got to concentrate still. In fact, I might tell them that. Concentrate, because the way Richards lost the ball there was quite worrying. Did that register? Don't think it did. I know it did. The only two shouts that I've found that work are show some passion and get creative, but neither of them really suit that scenario then. So I do want to tell them to concentrate, because we got dispossessed in a really bad area. That's a concentration issue, that's got nothing to do with showing passion. Free kick. Yeah, Byrne just seeing down the clock. Fair enough, well played team. Nice 2-0 win. 2 good goals. Good to see Parsons on the score sheet again, because I think he was on a mini goal drought. Was it that scored, wasn't it? Yeah, scored the first. Alright, so we've got Parkview, and then we've got, was it Brimsdown? Oh, that was the cup we played in then. It wasn't a league match. I won't say anything to Warren after that game. I can't congratulate players after every match, because then complacency creeps in. Might see actually for club details. So I'm looking at the hashtag there, hats. That's fine, but I saw one just now that said Hat Town, and it didn't really look right. Edit club details. Launch facilities. Right, where's the one where? It comes under this. Let's do general. No, I don't want to change any of this stuff. I literally... Oh, 2-0 PSG, Mbappe. I literally just want to change the 6-letter name. It doesn't appear to be an option. Unless it comes under something else. What was I on just then? It was the social feed. Edit personal details. No. Edit club details again. No. Don't know how to do it then. Maybe it's not possible. You think of all the things you could change, that would be up there. Like change the team name as well. There's no option for that. So we've got North Greenford in the next round of the trophy. Alright, nearly ready to play Parkview. Should I swap the fullbacks again? I think it's good that we have got fullbacks of equal ability. Because again, if there's injuries or suspensions or anything, you've got someone who can step up and take over without there being too much of a hit. I don't even know how to pronounce Surrette's first name. Is it Joska? Joska Surrette? Flows quite nicely off the tongue, that actually. Mbappe's through. Oh, the hair saved. I think he took a heavy first touch. Is that what you just said? Oh. Scout all these players, see how good they are. Don't want to bring them in on trial because it fills the squad up. I remember I used to have a player called Manny Akioto, who I thought was a real person. Akioto? Who else did I have? Oh, there was the guy with the really... Was it Ukpiatsu? No. Oh, it was Ngurianu. I remember now. Oof, De Gea with another save. Ngurianu. Bogdan Ngurianu. Who are you? Would you join me on trial? I have a feeling you won't. But I'll scout you as well, just in case. Let's see. I think his name was Radu Ngurianu. The reason I remember that is because one of my youth intake days when I was at Plymouth and the test save for this, a player called Radu Ngurianu came through and it made me do a double take. How's the stream doing? Any buffering or anything? Doesn't look like it. Is it running smoothly? I'm getting a thumbs up from the other side of the room. Alright, Parkview in 1 day's time. And we got Brimsdown in 3 days, and then we got Rainer's Lane again in 4 days. Can I have a tissue, please? Cat just dribbled on me. Lovely. Don't get cats. Disgusting creatures. I mean, I love them really, but they do weird things. Okay, autosave. So yeah, let's have a look at some of the team names, whether there's much change. I can't remember exactly who was in the league last season. I remember Ampthill, and I remember Enfield. I'm sure I remember Harefield as well that I just saw then. Ngurianu rejected me. Of course he did. Rainer's Lane, I'm sure I remember them, and Parkview. I think it's two teams from above and 2 teams from below for promotion relegation. I think that's how it works. And Ngurianu rejected the trial. Let's see if he'll sign here. Doesn't believe he'll be a good career move. Well, mate, you're 31. You haven't really got much of a career. Especially if you're unattached at this stage of this season. It means no one really wants you. So Joseph is going on loan to Newark. Alright, he seems quite happy with that. We've got Parkview, Brimsdown, Rainer's Lane. Good stuff. I will keep playing between streams, like I did last year, just so that we're not always... I want to get through the first few seasons as quickly as possible, particularly if we do get stuck in a league for a season or 2. The idea is to try and get into the Football League as fast as possible, then we'll slow things down a bit more. Alright, so I'm going to keep the lineup the way it was. So I'm going to swap Warren and Panado. I'm going to give him a nickname of just Peinado. We'll have him as our non-league Brazilian. There we go. Alright, here we go. Same again, lads. Good performance, good play on the right wing from Kello, good play on the left wing from Byrne. Dinsmore and Parsons hopefully to grab at least a goal each. Let's do this. Alright, Granger back to the keeper. Oh wow, okay. That glitch has come in then. I was about to point out both strikers went to close down the keeper then. Maybe he felt too pressured to even get a first touch. Let's watch this again, shall we? Yeah, I don't know what the keeper does there. It's a well-known glitch in Football Manager. I don't know whether Sports Interactive have any intentions of fixing it or not. It's certainly not a realistic thing. So, who knows? Yep, 1-0 up inside 12 seconds. Alright, Law with the corner for Parkview, into the middle. McNulty, commanding header. Smith with another good header to Dinsmore. Oh, he brought it inside when he should have gone outside. Ball does still find its way to Kello. Long ball over the top to Parsons, good run from him. Byrne taking up position in the middle. Parsons went for goal. The partnership, particularly Parsons, he doesn't pass it as much. So the partnership isn't really there yet. Kello with the corner there. Straight out of play. Not good. Need to do better on set pieces like that. Particularly as, I mean, we scored a fluke goal, so I'd like us to score an actual goal at some point, just to get the confidence going in this game. We still have dominated the shots. Flack on the ball now for Parkview. Goes all the way back to Smith. Out wide left to Law. He goes for goal. Oh, that's the crossbar. Spillane hoofs it clear for a throw. There you go, that's the warning shot. The next one will probably be on target, so we really need to be careful now. Oh, Dinsmore's hit the crossbar now. What an effort that was. Alright, coming up to the 30-minute mark. Still 1-0. 7 shots, 5 on target. We have committed a lot of fouls in this game, and we've got a bookie for Johnson. We are going to be careful. It's not a good header from Spillane. Somehow Bernardo made something of that though. Finds Byrne. Bring it inside, that's it, that's it. It's Bernardo. Pass from him. Dinsmore does now find Kello. To Smith. Back to Kello. Back to Smith. Leonardo. Goes for goal. High. Very high. To Flack. On the left is Seaborn. Tries to play the channel. McNulty read it well. Smith now. R. Smith. He was tackled, but Peinado picks up the loose ball. Finds Byrne. Back to Peinado. To Smith. Kello. He goes for goal. Oh, it sneaks in. George Kello with his 3rd goal of the season. Again, a bit fortunate, but we'll take it. So he just tucked it into that bottom right corner there. Right, half time nearly upon us. Warren has come on for Smith, so I still can't win. Dinsmore's only playing a 6.5, but we know he can pull a goal out when necessary. Overall, a good first half. Very good first half. Nil half time. Here we go, second half. Dinsmore to Parsons, and we're underway. What I like is both Dinsmore and Parsons wearing short sleeves. Some of their teammates are wearing long sleeves. Malcolm's come on for Byrne. I think they're wearing short sleeves anyway, I hope they were. Now I've said that. Sitting a little bit deeper this half. Peinado, oh wow, never mind. Peinado with a thunderous free kick into the back of the net there. He's a long sleeve guy, Peinado, as you can see. Yeah, I'm trying to see whether that's blue or not. It looked like his arm was blue. That was his first goal for us as well. What a free kick that was. It had swerve, it had dip, it had power, it had everything. There's the hour. Still 3-0 up, looking good. Have we switched to... Yes, we have. So the third sub now. Richards come on. Parsons has gone off. I'd have taken Dinsmore off myself. But we've gone to the smiley face formation, as I like to call it. 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 2 midfielders, 2 wingers, and then a striker. "75 minutes coming up." There it is. I think that's going to be it for the match now. I can't see Parkview getting back into it. They haven't registered a shot in the last 10 minutes from what I've seen. We're still creating chances, but not many. They have a corner now. Law crosses it in. Granger's header over the top. And we're into injury time now. 3 minutes added. There's 1. There's 2. And Smedley gets ready to take the throw here. Got 30 seconds left. Spillane now finds Peinado. To Warren. Peinado. That's going to go out of play. And that should be full time now. Good professional performance from the team. Even with the early goal, there was a lot of work that needed to be done there. So the fact that we scored just before half time was good. And then that free kick in the second half was the icing on the cake, really. Very, very well played by the team. So I'm going to do a hard save after this game, because we've done a few auto saves, but I just want to make sure that we definitely don't lose anything. We're currently top of the league. 25 points out of 27, 5 points clear. The next team with a game in hand are Hatfield down in 4th. They're on 17 points, so even if they win, they'll only go 5 points behind us if they win their game in hand over us. So we're in a very strong position after 9 games. There's still a lot of games left to play though. There's 38 games this season. So we're about a quarter of the way through. Yeah, again, I'm not going to congratulate Kello after every game. 7 games unbeaten now. Was that? No, that's 7 games won, wasn't it? Because we drew our second game of the season. So the 7 games since then, we've won them. I think Solskjaer looks more and more like Gollum every time I see him on screen during this match. He does not look happy. I always kind of predicted this with Man United. It was great while they were playing teams like, with all due respect, they are my team, so I can say this. When they're playing teams like Newcastle, who are struggling in the league, of course Man United are going to look good. And of course, after getting rid of Mourinho, all Solskjaer had to say was go out and score me some goals, and they would. But when they come up against a team like PSG, suddenly they're exposed defensively as being the same as they've always been, which is exactly what's happened. What was I going to change? Check. I was going to do something. I can't remember what it was now. I'm just going to continue. Oh, I know what I was going to check. All the players that I put on the development list. Yeah, not all of them were wanted, it seems. At least it comes up saying retrying now rather than just failed. after 1 attempt. So hopefully my head of youth is still trying to get them out there. Alright, we've got brims down. This is where the games come thick and fast. Because even after this is a Saturday, then we've got a match on the Wednesday against Rainers Lane, then we've got a cup game on the next Saturday against, is it Stoneham? AFC Stoneham. So having a versatile squad is where it becomes very, very important. So I think these last 3 games, or these next 3 games, will be the last 3 games of the stream. That should take us up to about the 2-hour mark. I'm not going to recall those players. I'm going to change that though. Did I offer Jarvis out for loan? I'm going to now. So I think he's good enough for first team football. I just don't think he's good enough for first team football with Hatfield. So loan him out and get him some game time elsewhere, and then review the situation when he comes back at the end of the season. We shall see if there are any takers. Alright, brims down at home in the league. Oh, no offers for Jarvis. Now that is surprising. I thought there would be an offer. There you go. Oh, Lukaku's about to come on for Man United. So they're almost throwing the game away now then. Alright. Brims down our seconds. This is first v second. It's the big game. I'm going to go unchanged. We've got good match fitness, we've got good sharpness, and the confidence is high. Everyone's happy. Let's go out there and get a good result. Here we go. Can we force an own goal in the first 10 seconds again? Not this time. Spillane with the throw. Bernardo lost out in the air there. He's not the tallest. And that was that Brando? Barrado. The shot went over the bar. There's a few different formations I'm seeing in this league. A lot of them like to play with the defensive midfielder. I think that's why we have so much space sort of deeper in our midfield. It's because they don't have an attacking midfielder. They only have one up front as well. Right, Bernardo to Smith. To Dinsmore. Smith. Good ball into the channel there for Kello. Oh, hit it straight at the keeper. I'd expect a little better from Kello there. One of our other strikers would have scored that, I'm sure. Interesting tactic there for the corner to play it to Burn. I think Kello was offside there. That's why he didn't go for it. Alright, Stanton with the throw. Bernardo this time getting the upper hand on his man. Plays it to Burn on the left hand side. Oh, beautiful finish. I thought he'd missed it for a second. He's absolutely blasted that into the top right corner. interesting. The game blames Stanton for that, but I think here, that was the midfielder's ball all the way. That was Wilder's ball until Phenom just stepped in front of him. I'd say it's good play from Phenom. It's certainly not Stanton's fault. Maybe a lack of awareness from Wilder, but also very good work from Phenom. That puts us 1-0 up. And 8 points clear at the top of the table. Byrne with the header. Smith couldn't win it. Ahmed with the shot, and it's gone in. Gareth Ahmed with the equaliser. Good finish, to be fair. Curled it around the defender inside the far post. Poor play from Smith to give the ball away. Byrne did well there. Smith should have won that. But credit where it's due. Took the ball first time, curled it into the bottom corner, did very well. Now let's see how the team bounces back from that. We've actually had less shots than they have. This is our first real big test of the season. Oh, he scored. He scored. Robbie Parsons. I was distracted by my cat almost eating my food then. Phenom with the ball. Oh, it's a fantastic free kick from Phenom. We got some really good free kick takers in the squad. Was he onside, Parsons? Yes, he was. Great stretch as well. You can see again though, Parsons went for the shot, whereas most players would pull that back across goal there. So he's got that selfish streak to him. I'm not going to complain too much. Double substitution as well. Pearson and Warren both on. Smedley and Smith off. I'll have to bear that in mind for next game. Maybe make those two switches. Just watching the TV as well. PSG got a free kick in a good area. Oh, he's hit it straight into the wall. What a waste. He's no Phenom. Alright, going up to half time, 2-1 ahead. Good goal in the first place from Byrne to put us ahead. Good equaliser from Brimsdown to level it up. Great free kick from Phenom and a very tidy finish from Parsons to put us back in front. Richard's now on the ball. End of highlight. Of course it is. I think Ashley Young's just been sent off. Whoops. That's what you get when you back chat the ref. Alright, I'm going to focus on Hatfield while they try and decide who's actually been sent off. Oh, it's Pogba that's been sent off. Oh dear, the bubble has well and truly burst, hasn't it? Right, let's focus on a half-decent team and talk about Hatfield for a bit. Still 2-1 up, 73rd minute. Great challenge there from Phenom, just as I look back at the screen. Really good passing play here as well. Dinsmore has started a drive. Is he going to shoot? He is. Oh, Garrard with a good catch in the air. You can always see when Dinsmore gets his head down and just drives forward. We've turned the stats back in our favour as well, which is awesome to see. Another substitution. Oh, we made all 3 subs before half time. I didn't even notice that. It's me not paying attention, that is. Oh wow, they just hit the crossbar. Bird offside. Good for that. So we should see this one out now. Nice 2-1 win. Still disappointed about not keeping a clean sheet, but in matches like this, just winning against your closest rival is always good. Hatfield actually have gone above Brimsdown now, so we're going to have to beat Hatfield soon. But we're 8 points clear. It will go down to 5 if Hatfield win their game in hand. Parsons with the throw to Warren. We're nearly at full time. 20 seconds to go. Byrne back to Pearson. Across to McNulty. He launches it forward. I would have liked to have seen him go towards the corner flag a little bit more, but by the time their girl gets the ball, yeah, full time. Fair enough. Good tactical play there by us just to put the ball out of play. A nice 2-1 win. I'm very happy with this team. Like I said, I was worried at the start of the season about whether we'd be able to compete. I think it wasn't last year, definitely, but the year before, in 2017, my Hatfield team had a really bad start to the first season, and it turned into more of a relegation battle than a title challenge. But obviously kept them up. I think we finished like 5th or 6th in the end. But that was a whole season wasted essentially because we had a really bad start. So I was kind of worried that that would happen again, going back to playing with in-game players rather than my creative players. But it's been the total opposite actually. There you go, Andre Nketiah knows the drill. I know it's a bit nerdy, but have you seen the possession stats from our win earlier? We absolutely dominated them. What were the stats actually from that game? There aren't stats there. We'll have to see what the stats thing says afterwards. PSG are just having fun now, passing it around. Possession, 59%. It wasn't total domination. Phenom 8.1 in the midfield though. Parsons 7.1 up front. The defence, not great stats actually. Not great stats. You can see Phenom used to play for Palace. Tottenham, Palace, and then Hatfield. So it's a bit of a drop, all due respect, but he really is playing at the top of his game right now. Could improve a lot in the future as well. That's the exciting thing. If you actually look at the positions he can play too, very versatile midfielder. I'm just looking at his stats. He's only 5'3". That's why he lost out in the header a game or so ago. He's got teamwork of 8, vision 13, so that's why he puts the good passes in. Work rate of 11. First touch of 14, very good. Free kick taking only 6, and yet you saw some of the free kicks he's been putting in. I suppose the free kick stat is fairly relative. It depends on what league you're playing in as well, as to how good the ball in actually is. Alright, full-time Man United. That's Solskjaer's first defeat, isn't it? Oh dear. Yeah, it'll slowly whittle down until he's still undefeated on a Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. When it's raining. Oh, we've got a physio. Alan Phillips has joined. What are your stats? 5. Ugh. It's one thing I don't like about managing in the lower leagues when you hire staff with really, really low stats. It's mainly because in like 5 years' time there will still be a physio somewhere at the club with a physio level of only like 2, and I've got to try and sack him and bring someone else in without spending too much money. Alright, so we've got Rayners Lane, and then we got Stoneham, and then that'll be the end of the stream. And normally when I say we'll end the stream after this game, we end up playing really badly in that particular game. So fingers crossed we actually do alright against Stoneham. Rayners Lane, I feel fairly confident if we start strong. I am going to do the 2 changes actually. So it was Pearson for Smedley, and it was Warren for Smith, wasn't it? Those were the 2 changes. Go on, game. Tick over. Right, just waiting for it to auto-save. Got Stevenage are playing tonight as well, and Hatfield. The real life Hatfield are playing tonight. Let me go see what those scores are. I'm more interested in the Hatfield game because Stevenage are playing in the Hearts Senior Cup, so it's like a reserve team playing. Hatfield in real life have been struggling quite a lot recently. They brought in a new manager in November, I think it was, and it was only the weekend just gone that they had their first real good performance and won. Oh, Hatfield went 1-0 down after half an hour. Stevenage went 1-0 up at the same time. Hashtag were also winning. 32nd minute, Chesnut scored to go 1-1 against Stevenage. I won't do a full breakdown of the scores, I'll just skip to the end. Yeah, playing unchanged Hatfield side. I pressed spacebar without really thinking. Hatfield were losing 1-0 at half time. Alright, let's get this game going. We're in the old away kit. Just found an interesting statistic here. Kylian Mbappe once ran at a top speed of 27.78 miles per hour during a game for PSG. Whereas Usain Bolt's top ever speed, so the fastest he ever ran, was 27.8 miles per hour. So there's only a difference of 0.02 miles per hour. And Mbappe's running on grass as well, you got to remember. And he's wearing football boots, not running shoes. Not that I want to take away from Usain Bolt, because I still think he's a legend, but it makes you think just how quick Mbappe actually is. just watch the game going on for a second. So Spillane back to Johnson, ball over the top towards Byrne. Oh, the defender got just enough on it there, although Parsons' shot deflects and into the back of the net. Robbie Parsons, 1-0 to the Hats. Where are Rayners Lane in the league? Oh, they're down in 8. Burns free kick. Oh, clawed away by the keeper. Phenom with the cross, I think that was. Kello now to McNulty. Back to Kello. Yeah, the angle was narrow for him there. McNulty still to Kello. Good first touch. He's just getting closed down. He's not having the space to cross it. Credit to the Rayners defence for that. Oh, Hatfield went 2-0 down in the 70th minute. Steamage went 2-1 down in the 80th minute. Right, ball in from, was that Phenom with the corner? I think it was. Oh, Malcolm's come on for Byrne. Byrne not having a good game, supposedly. Pearson with the header on there. Kello on the ball now. Finds Phenom. Into Kello. Shooting opportunity. Goes for goal. Finds the goal. Great finish. George Kello. 2-0. Brilliant goal. Definitely have to watch that again. So Kello with the ball here. Finds Phenom. Continues his run. Great pick out from Phenom. Great first touch from Kello. And he's just driven that into the left post. So Hatfield lost 2-0 in real life this evening. Not great. They play like a 3-5-2 formation, which I don't think is suiting them, clearly. They also made a lot of signings just before Christmas as well, so I think that's a factor. It'll probably take time. Hashtag are through to the semi-final of whatever cup they were playing in tonight. I've forgotten the name of it. Good header there again from McNulty to find Pearson. Back to McNulty. Into Warren. Phenom now. Smedley's also come on for Johnson. Pearson to Warren. Out to Kello. I really like the way we move the ball around as well. Crossing from Kello. Parsons with the shot over the bar. What's our pass completion? I'll have to wait till the next highlight to find that. Passes completed. 84% of our passes. Although Rayners Lane have just grabbed a goal back. Chris Binns with the finish. Come on, boys, see it through to half time. Disappointed again that we've not kept a clean sheet, but See it through to half time. We'll regroup. We'll come out in the second half slightly stronger, I hope. Dinsmore again not having a great game. He's on a bit of a goal drought now as well, isn't he? Is that 3 games after this one without a goal? Providing he doesn't score in this one. Binns with the free kick. Martin nearly caught out. Use your hands, man. Pick the ball up. It's mistakes that are costing us right now. Oh wow, offside? Offside. Against Amadi. Lucky there. That could have easily been given. We got the good block and then it just rebounded back. I'm not sure, unless it came off, was it Buckland for them? I'm not sure that was offside, because the initial shot, it looked on, and then it came off Martin. And it certainly didn't look like an intentional pass from Buckland. So I think that's a goal myself. I think that's the start of a second phase of play. It's all them now, it's all them. They're dominating. They've got the possession, they're having the chances. This is where show some passion actually suits. Look at that, they're all fired up now. So as long as no one gets himself sent off. Come on, boys. '75th minute, probably make another sub. I can see Dinsmore coming off and us going more defensive. Spillane with the header there to Malcolm. Kello's in space on the right. It's not a good ball from Peinado. Dinsmore might pick it up here though. He finds Kello. Cross it in. It's a good cross. Parsons with the header. Ooh. I think that's an own goal. Yep. Keeper with the own goal. I'll take it though. I'll take it. I'll take whatever I can get at the moment, to be honest. Wasn't a good pass from Peinado, but good pick up there from Dinsmore. Great ball again from Kello. Yeah, Parsons' header was deflected onto the post by the keeper, but again it hit the post and that becomes a second phase, so own goal. Seems like a fair verdict. Alright, Spencer Moore is on. Dinsmore did go off. So we go to the 4-2-4. Right, now we go to the 5-2-2-1-0. I don't think that's a 5-2-2-1-0. I mean ignore this, it's not updated yet. I'd just call it a 5-3-1, no, 5-4-1, something like that. Alright, Parsons on the ball. Is he just going to run it to the corner flag now? Nope, he's gone for goal. Bloody hell. Bit ambitious. I don't think the keeper was ever going to get caught out by that one. There you go. So we've got Spencer Moore is now playing left back. Parsons left wing. Malcolm attacking midfield. So the players are kind of in their positions apart from Moore at left back. Mardy to Buckland. Thought he was passing it back then, but he held on to it. Hammond, Shepherd. Hammond again. Buckland. Shepherd across. Kello should have closed that down then, though he is on a yellow. Golgan to Brennan. Shepherd crosses it in. Moore with a good interception, and that is full time. 3-1 victory. That sees our lead at the top extend to, I think I saw a 10-point gap then. If that is the case, then that is fantastic, because we're opening the gap even more so. Yeah, 10 points clear. So even if Hatfield win, in fact, even if all the teams below us win their game in hand, we're still going to be at least 7 points clear. So we've got one more match. The FA Vars first round proper against AFC Stoneham. And then we are done for the night. So I'll probably get through the rest of this season and maybe even the start of next season before the next stream. So we'll see how the squad develops and evolves in that time. Go on, game. Got loads of messages in the inbox that I need to check as well, in case there's something important there. Alright, let's check the inbox. Easy wins predicted. Soft, Brave, Rainer's Lane. Again, I'm not going to praise Kello because he did some good things, but he also did some pretty bad things there. 9 matches, 1 in a row. Consecutive wins record. I'm still going to keep advertising for an under-18 manager because I would quite like to bring one in. Worst comes the worst, I'll just find a half-decent coach with good youth coaching skills and bring him in as a manager. Better than nothing. I've got my head of youth development managing my under-18s at the moment, which isn't the worst thing to do. And here we go, AFC Stoneham. I like Stoneham's logo. I think is that their logo? Yeah, look at that. That's quite snazzy, that. Quite smart. Okay. I think for this game, and I'm probably going to regret doing this, but I'm going to go for this formation. Dinsmore has not played well recently, so I'm going to put him on the bench there, and I'm going to bring in Surratt for his debut. So Penado, you're going to play as a central midfielder set to attack. Let me just check your instructions. Happy with that. And Warren, you're going to play as a central midfielder set to support. And again, let me check your things. Fewer risks, less often, dribble less. Sounds good to me. Spillane, you're going to be set to a fullback with defend. And check all this. Yep, that looks good to me. Pearson, fullback, defend. dribble less. The two defenders are set up fine. Burn. I'm going to set you to be an inside forward. Set to attack. So that should help out Parsons then. Stay wider, hold up the ball. Happy with that. And then Kello, you're going to be a winger set to support. Cross from deep, cross to the centre. Okay, Surrett, you're going to be a shadow striker. Set to attack. Happy with all of that. And then Parsons is going to be set to a poacher attack. And moving to channels, shoot more often, roam. Looks good to me. Let's hope this works. Oh yeah, Dinsmore's captain. Forgot to mention that. Dinsmore's got some of the best leadership skills, so I made him captain for the season. Alright, here we go. Let's see if the tactical risk pays off. Oh, I forgot to change the match plan. So it's not going to pay off. That's going to be interesting. Alright, it's put Surrett up front alongside Parsons. Whoops. That was dumb of me. I always forget to do that. Because last time, every time I made a tactical change, I had to go fix the match plan. Whereas this year, you don't have to do that anymore because it keeps the match plan no matter what. So I always forget to change it now. That was dumb. Alright, Burn on the ball. Out wide to Kello. Crossing opportunity. Plays it short to Peinado instead. Goes for goal. Ooh, just over. Not far over. Yeah, I'm sure Dinsmore will be subbed on soon for Surrett. Here is Surrett. Plays it back to Warren. That's a great ball to Burn, who's in acres of space here. Burn with the shot, saved by the keeper. Bit of a wasted opportunity there. A better player would have put that away. Kello with the corner. Whipped it in. Smith, good block. Oh, Surrett, sorry. Good block. Kello now on the left-hand side. Finds Johnson. Back to Kello. Back to Johnson. Warren now. In towards, I think that was Surrett. Pearson with a good header. McNulty should have chased that down and didn't. Martin plays it short to Peinado. That's a wicked pass. Surrett needed to be on his bike a little bit quicker there. McNulty's header, Peinado to Kello. Back to Peinado. Across to Warren. Bit of a risk. Warren's held on to it though. Oh, and Warren's finished it. Good goal. Good goal. Got a bit fortunate. I thought he'd overcommitted himself there, but he managed to win it back. Very tidy finish. Here, I'd have gone back to Kello through the gap. He tried to find Surrett. Yeah, good finish under the keeper, inside the right post. Fair play, fair play. Alright, Stoneham with the kickoff. Cadigan with the ball. Back to their goalkeeper, who is paying attention. Long ball forward from their keeper. McNulty with a good header. I was going to say leave it for Martin, but better to take no risks in this league. Long ball from Martin. Parsons did really well to let it run actually, but it just got away from him. Putman to Knowles. He goes long. That should be Martin's ball, and is. We've got some mature play going on. Players know when to leave it and when to deal with it. Martin's absolutely hammered that forward. Parsons running onto it, full tilt. He shoots. Good save by Marriott. Really good ball by Martin. He's got a hell of a kick on him. Kello now with the corner. In towards Parsons, headed out. Burns chasing it. Stay on side, Kello. Oh, never mind. We'll never know what happened there now. Putman with the ball forward. McNulty with the header away. Knowles brings it under. Finds Putman again. Forward to Good. Putman again. Bingham. Putman. Good. Is he going to shoot? He is. And he scored. Remember, we gave him too much space. Bit disappointing that. Bit disappointing. No clean sheet again. I think that was Pearson. Gave him far too much space to shoot. Not much Martin could have done there, to be fair. It was a good finish into that bottom corner, but letting him get the shot away was a mistake. And there's the sub. Warren off. Goal scorer off. Smith on. Interesting. Alright, Pearson with the throw to Kello, who flicks it on. Too much of a gap between him and Parsons, though. Good to Stewart. Parsons needs to close him down just that little bit quicker. Put him under. Force the mistake. Marriott hits it forward. McNulty again dealing with it, although not a great header. Moon to Putman. Into Good. Spreads it out to Finlayson. That was an opportunity to win the ball, wasted, and Martin does catch it. Playing with fire just a little bit at the moment. Martin with the long ball forward to Surrett, who's made a good run. Deflected shot into the keeper's hands. I don't think Surrett's got the best pace. Certainly not suited to running the channels like that. Surrett with the flick on. Cadigan with the ball. Inside to Putman. Finlayson gets it from Bingham. Back to Putman. Finlayson again. Good play from Spillane to step in front of his man there, and that's a very nice ball again. Parsons running in. Parsons with the goal. Back in front. That was really good defending from Spillane, and a fantastic ball. See there, just steps in front of his man, takes the ball. First time pass over into the channel. Parsons is always going to be running down there. And he went high this time. Hit it straight at the keeper last time. Learnt from his mistake. Put it in the top corner. Very nicely played. And off goes Spillane. And on comes Richards. I mean, he got the assist. Warren was playing an 8 and he got subbed off. Don't understand these match plans. I'm not sure what the catalyst is for making a substitution. But, I don't know. It's working for us, so I'll stick with it for now. I still think Surrett would have been brought off for Dinsmore by now. Alright, McNulty, nice pass to Kello, inside to Peinado, across to Smith, into Surrett. He goes for goal. Oh, that's a good finish. That's Joska Surrett's first goal for us. He's been playing out of position for pretty much the entire first half, but he finished that one off nicely. It's a really good passing play again. Peinado into Smith. Thought he'd overtouched it there, but found Surrett. Great first touch. Bent it round into that far post. Really, really well played. Alright, is that the half time? Yes, it is. 3-1, half time. Looking good. Gotta keep our heads in the second half now. Let's try and have a clean sheet in the second half. That would be lovely. Let's come on, boys. Tight at the back. Creative up front. Maybe grab another goal just to finish it off. And then we'll see this one out. It's important to try and stay as competitive as possible in all competitions this season, because financially speaking, especially in the FA Cup and the FA Vase, the more matches we win in those competitions, the more money we will obtain. I don't actually think we're in the FA Cup. I think we're in the FA Trophy and the FA Vase. We're in we're in 2 Spartan Cups, so I think it's just the FA Vase and the League. I think they're the 4 tournaments that we're in. So we've got to try and stay as competitive as possible in all 4 competitions. So unless there's injuries or suspensions, I'm pretty much going to play a first team in every game. Maybe 1 or 2 changes, like today I went with, for this game I went with the experiment of playing Surrett behind Parsons. We saw how that went. That was my mistake. I mean, it still paid off. It's just not the formation that I chose. Surrett there, he seems to be second best to most balls. We got away with that one. Was that a follow I just heard? It was a follow. Thank you very much for the follow. Let me check who that was, because for some reason Streamlabs is still showing the old logo over the top of the text. Cruzy Lee 78, thank you very much for the follow. Very much appreciated. Any more subs? Yes, Malcolm has come on. Parsons has gone off. We've switched into the more defensive formation now. And it looks like we're going to see this one out for a 3-1 win. Although they have got a free kick here. McNulty with another commanding header there. Oh, they have scored though. Dan Moon with the blast from the right hand side. Oh, I was unlucky. Good header from McNulty, just no one following it up. Hopefully we'll see this one out now. 3-2. Burn with the header, Surrett with the flick on. Still got 10 seconds left. Are they going to do a Wolves to us? Knowles with the ball. Kello, brilliant challenge from him. And that is full time. Whew! We made it hard for ourselves again, but we came out with the win, and that's what's important right now. So we're through to the second round of the FA Vase, which means a bit more money under our belts. We got to wait 6 days now while the game processes, and then we'll start wrapping up the stream. Come on, game. I know there's a lot of matches you've got to simulate, but come on. Come on, laptop. So yeah, good stream. Good stream. I think we were undefeated, were we not? Throughout the stream, which is very rare that happens. Normally, especially the last game, I always say this is the last game in the stream, we end up losing 7-0 or something. And also my players tend to get camera shy, so I'll start the stream by bigging up how well we've played, and then we'll go and lose 4 matches in a row or something. So that might still happen next time, but good to see that it didn't happen this time. That's the main thing there. And there we are. So go through the inbox really quickly. Where's the money? There it is, 825. So it's still small change at the moment. Let's have a look at the cup competitions that we're in. So we're in the Spartan South Midlands League Division 1. That's the league, obviously. FA Vars, Spartan South Midlands League Challenge Trophy, and the Spartan South Midlands League Division 1 Cup. And we're through to the second round of all of the cups that we're in. And we're first in the league. So it's very, very good. Very, very good. So thank you very much everyone that watched. I was watching the view count throughout the stream. It fluctuated a fair amount. I think 6 was the highest I saw it get to. It averaged around 3 to 4. So it's pretty good. It was a bit spontaneous, me deciding to stream, so I gave 20 minutes notice. I did put it out on Reddit and things like that, but I get that people might already have plans. So next week I'll plan it a little bit further ahead, and I'll also upload the video between now and next week so that those who did miss it can go and watch it. But until then, thank you very much everyone for watching. Stay tuned for the credits, which are going to start momentarily, and also thank you to Golfer for the resub. It's always appreciated. Right, I'm going to turn off the microphone and stuff, so thank you very much for watching guys, and until next time, I will see you soon. Oh, hang on, before I do that, thank you very much for watching. Follow me on Twitch if you haven't done so already, and subscribe on YouTube if you haven't done that already, and give the video a big thumbs up as well, of course. Now I'll say thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.